There we go. And thank you for the follow, Juicy. Ah. Oh. Not enough coffee in the world to wake up. Let me get some other stuff out of the way real quick before we get started. We get in there. Hey! Yes, coffee. Hello, Lotus. I just need to get some notifications out of the way first before we really get into it. There's some stuff I need to do off camera anyway, because we're working with APIs. So I need to set API keys, which I'm not going to set while you guys are watching, because that's a bad idea. Alright. Okay. So that one is set. Let's go over here. Since I'm not exactly sure where we're at with the tests, I'm just... Hey, Elgo. I think we all need coffee, man. Luckily, it has cooled down a bit since this week was hot. And Charlie is sleeping. So... she's finally at ease. She had a rough couple of days, so she didn't want to go out. She just wanted to stay with the AC, right? She was like, "No, we're not going outside. Not doing it." Yep, it's exactly what I was expecting, because we added a bunch of code that we aren't testing. I got a head start. Which is, you know, fine, I guess. I need to see if I can... I need to set up a command real quick. Also, I hope the music's not too loud. I was fiddling with the sound settings a bit earlier. Let's see. Oh no, it's not. Hey, Kula. Coffee. I got it covered. What's that? Oh, that's the TwitchCon badge. I was like, what's that badge you're having? You have there, that 10, but that's the TwitchCon badge. That's cool. There you go. Okay. So let's see where we left off, right? Because I was doing totally different stuff with. Oh, right. We haven't. Yeah, okay. Need to refresh the Docker images because I was creating new Docker images. So these are probably in a state of broken. Let's get our system cleaned up first. So this is a new playlist. I'm not sure what's on here. Got tired of listening to the same old EDM and synthwave ones, right? I also upped the Keycaster redeem. And I might just not redeem it today since I have a lot of stuff to do with like passwords and API keys. Where you don't want to see me typing those. Which I'm not typing passwords anyway. Because that's why you have a password manager, but the same. Also, Doggo's in. Got a tweet for her, so that point redeem's definitely on. She is sleeping though. Yep, she is sleeping. Mm-hmm. Very cutely sleeping on my feet. I'll make sure to set up like a camera or something. If you guys want to keep seeing Charlie, right? Because she is a cutie. Come on. So while this is building, let's see where I'm at currently. I know I've did I think this one is close to done. So what I already did, because there's let me get a I'm gonna do something real quick. Hold on. Since I hate using the website for it, I'm just gonna run it local because you can run this local if you want. So we're gonna run the development guide, but we're not gonna actually. Where do we put this? I guess forks. I'm not even sure I have Yarn. I don't even have Yarn installed. I'm pretty sure npm can also run this. It's like the front end package builders don't really like. I'm pretty sure npm and yarn are interchangeable here. Node 18, Jesus, people. So they're on 18, right? I'm pretty sure 18 is end of life. 18, yep. So they should be at like 22. Probably at 24, so they're... Okay, sure. You're not gonna tell me I need yarn for this, right? Pretty sure yarn's in brew. Yep. Let's do like the Romans, right? When in Rome. I also have my documentation and API keys on the other screen, the one you guys can't see. So if I'm looking over there, it's to get the API keys or something documentation wise. Ugh. Why are you slow? Sure. Can I... Okay, so I'm gonna run Excalibur on local. And I might even end up integrating this in Jesus, something else I'm building. Come on, beat it. Do it now. And then we do yarn start. Okay. We can do that. Sure. See if it's up. Yeah, it'd be up. Good. Okay, so also I want this in dark mode, please. How you doing? Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so we have this thing. And what I'm building now, or what I built was this part. Let's put that over here. We have more. So this is what we have. And these get saved in the database, right? But we have another, we have an LLM here. I think I can make this one giant text thing, right? Probably sure. So we have the details, but the LM can't read the pages. Summary. So this is where we're at. What we're building today is the scraper. This is the part I want to do today. This is the part I also started on already, and I started on some integrations with the LLM, right? Get this. I hate how this doesn't align. Right? And this is going to be the let's get this ready so whenever people ask what I'm doing, I can just show this, right? So we grab those go both ways. This one goes also both ways. Dramatic soundtrack, by the way. Let's grab this, scroll down a bit. All right. Yeah, this is the situation we're trying to end up on. So now I can actually explain it to people when they come in. You guys want me to run you? Yeah, well, you should be home, man. You never touch grass. Why are you outside? The fuck? Hey, Mason. By the way, we talked about this yesterday. You were supposed to be home, right? That arrow is fucked. I'm pretty sure you said you were home. I don't know why you're not home. Ah. Oh, I mean, that's hardly an excuse to go outside, but sure, I'll take it. Okay, so I was doing a little overview for my own visualization, right? Work. Oh, right, yeah. I thought you were working from home today, by the way. I thought you told me you were working from home. So you could come hang out. It's an office day. Well, you can still watch me at the office, right? Okay, so for what I'm doing now, I have the web crawler. This is basically what we're building, right? And we want to end up with a page that says industry news on the this is the end product, right? We get an industry news page on our website that has articles. So we have a crawler that grabs the top, the 10 top, best, and news stories. So that's 30 articles we get. We save them in the DB. But the issue I ran into is that the LLM can't read web pages. So we need to make a scraper, basically. Right? So we have to scrape the data, save the data, feed the data to the LLM, and then save the summary in the DB. And when we have that, we could generate a news page for the website. So this is basically the entire setup. And eventually we can end up with like more news APIs. Like I can definitely see us grabbing more news, right? One of the things I also want to figure out. Yeah, why are you getting KFC, man? Jesus Christ. Have some self-respect. There's Taco Bell there. If you're in the city, you can go to Bakwerk, you can go to Bakkerbart, you can go to Taco Bell, you can go to... Like, there's so many options before I would hit KFC. Honestly. Just gonna put this here. Grab this one. It's also there. It's on the heuvel. It's next to the... It's next to the nacho bar in Tilburg. No, just whatever looks tasty. It's all tasty, but I mean, yes, we have Taco Bells, and KFCs, and McDonald's, and Burger Kings. We have all the fast food joints. Yep, not where I live, because I live in the middle of fuck nowhere. So there's nothing here. Mason knows, he's been here. Like there's nothing here. I'll send you something real quick, Lotus. Hold on. I'm not sure if I ever did, but I'll quickly send you something. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I got a... We even have Dunkin' Donuts. Nah. I've eaten the Taco Bells in South Africa, man. There you go. I just sent you a message on Discord, Panda. That is my backyard. Obviously not showing the image on stream, because that's asking for trouble, but that is my backyard. Hey! Doggo's awake. It is like... Yeah, my backyard has grass. It does. And birds and stuff. Squirrels. I saw a squirrel today. It was fun. But yeah, so I basically live in the middle of fuck nowhere, but I'm like 20 minutes away from the big city. So by car, I can be in the big city like no time. Okay, so there's still some questions I want to answer, right? So I want to see if we can. Oh, I'm just gonna be super nerdy here. You guys will forgive me, right? If not, I mean, can I do this? Yeah. Okay, so this part, the web crawler, done. Taco Bell's also closed. I mean, it is Thursday, which is not a default city should be closed. How about the Buckwheat? You should go to Buckwheat. That's in the same street. Buckwheat is really good. That one should be open. And I mean, the website seems to be broken. I don't know why it's... website's broken. It's in the same street. It's on the corner. When you round the corner, you can go to the McDonald's and the Subway over there. What's on the corner there? They have mostly bread, but it's really good. Yeah, I think the city opens at like... somewhere between 10 and 11. But, you know... Yeah, no, your best bet is just walking into the McDonald's. That one should be open. But, I mean... It's gonna be McDonald's, so that also sucks. I don't like fast food, by the way. Okay, so for the people wondering what I'm doing, this is what I'm building, right? For now, we're just scraping the Hacker News API. We have the web crawler done. I can... Oh yeah, this one's probably... See, we have the... That's how it goes when you just want to get... I just want to get something fast, right? And then... I completely forgot what we called the the command. Oh yes. Right, so if we get the new news, it's definitely a mood. Life is indeed pain. See, we get the top stories. This week in Rust. Oh geez, the furries are out. kidding. Not all Rust developers are furries, but all furries are Rust developers. That's gonna be a clip, I guess. No. Let me get this call real quick. Hold on. There we go. Sorry for that. It's like I actually have to do some work as well. Where do we put it? New scrapers. See, we have 40 rows. That's because we scraped the other day and we didn't manage to clean. So let's clean our database. Right. There you go. Ah, ha 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 ha. Yeah, the new one has an issue where it has titles that could be 0 for whatever the fuck reason. So that's something we also have to solve, right? This is weird because it's something that I can't really put my finger to. Why does that? Because if we look at the command, right? Come on, work with me now. Like this ID shouldn't. This title. It's just not in the array. That's the so it's just missing the title in the array that we're trying to access, which is weird because I assumed those would always be there, right? According to the API documentation, they should always be there. Let's try that again. Maybe it's yeah, what I think is happening is stories get submitted without a title and they end up in the new because these are just new, right? These are super they're like super new. So they could technically be empty. It's not something I'm gonna worry about now. So we're just gonna focus on the top stories. Which, since they already have upvotes, right? They already have a bunch of upvotes, as you can see in this column here. They should always be filled in, right? Yeah. Okay, let's do database wipe one more time. Okay, so What I did finish was the web crawler, right? Which is all the commands. We did this last stream. We got all the command. We got the 3 commands that grabs the stories like I just showed and puts it in the database, right? So that part is done for now. But the issue I noticed is that the LLM can't actually visit the web page and summarize it, so we have to scrape the web content. And to do that, I already got a little head start off stream. So I created a... I'm leaning towards Gemini for the moment, for obvious reasons, because we already have we have a Pro Gemini, so I don't have it like a real token limit. I only have a model token limit and not a API token limit, so that's easy. But I might use something different later on. For now, it's going to be Gemini. It's going to be... So what I did is I created a helper where I can... Yeah, we're using Flash. Yeah. Flash 2 point whatever the heck we're on. Let's see. What are we on? 2.5. Flash 2.5. Yeah. It is super fast. Yeah. So I created this little class already. Again, off stream because it was dealing with API keys and getting that to work. So you guys are not going to see the API key. I'm not that stupid. Also, Mason, I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't clip my cross-developer remark. But hey. So what I'm doing, I'm just curling this request towards Gemini, giving it... No, I gotta start at the beginning. So what we're doing is I have a function here called fetch article content, right? Which is gonna visit the URL that we saved from the... sounds like a skill issue to me, man. So, yeah, let me get some data in. It is definitely possible. You even have mod view on mobile if you use the app. Okay, so now we have data. Right. So what I'm doing here, or what the idea was that I was going on, is like I grab the URLs we have, right? So we have the bunch of URLs here in the URL column. We should probably create some filters, right? Like avoid YouTube, avoid GitHub, stuff like that, maybe. Yeah, it's been out for, I think, this year for sure, but I'm not really sure. Like this is the first URL that that jumped out to me, right? So what I'm doing is I'm hitting the URL where I spoof the user agent and stuff like that, right? Then we try and get the body. So we get the entire the body text, which is if you go into spec mode, there's a HTML tag over here. A body, right? So we're grabbing the body. So everything that's in the body is basically what we're grabbing with this one. Then we create a new crawler, and crawler is the Symfony DOM crawler I'm using for this. And then I'm gonna use the DOM crawler to just filter everything that has the CSS class, article content, main content, div, entry content, div, post content, right? Because these are, let's see what this one's behind, right? Article, it has article in it. Div class, article section, article body. Not really sure if we're getting this. This might need some tweaking, but the idea is I'm gonna filter on certain classes that should be set, probably. Then, if the count is higher than 0, so if we found something, if a main content node is found, extract all the stacks and specify paragraphs. That's what we're doing. And if no specific content node is found, I'm just gonna extract all the p tags, so all the paragraph tags. And then we have that. I have a summarize with Gemini, but I'm not really sure. This probably needs to be somewhere else, right? That function, but I was toying around with it. So this helper, I'm probably moving the this Gemini function, this summarize function to its own place, but for now it's in the article processing helper, right? It's in the article processor service. Sorry. For now, it can be here. Like, we'll refactor this later. That's totally fine. But yeah. So what I need to do now. So how are we gonna? Let me think. Just looking at the documentation for the. Yeah, let's work on the on this one. Because we're doing the top stories first, right? Not doing the best one. So how is this gonna look? So I guess we have the this one. So we have that class. And this is not going to be our string. This is going to be okay, so we have that thing. So we'll probably want a construct, right? The fuck? And we're gonna feed the this to it. It's this one. Struct. And we're gonna go under this. It's gonna be right. I want to try something real quick. I know I disabled it. And I know I don't have the license for it enabled, but what happens when I actually turn it on? Now. Can I install? I should still be authorized, right? Yeah. Yeah. So can I just use the free version? Because it's actually really handy for generating doc blocks and stuff. Which is about the only thing I think it should be handy for. We're doing the top stories, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if we'll walk into a limit with using the free Copilot one, but we'll figure out. Also, Charlie does spread out. She was just snoozing like a little ball, and now she's just spread out. So it's a long dog, by the way. Hey Mason, are you missing Charlie already? Is it? Are you like, oh, where's the doggo? The doggo. So let's see. This might not be the way to go, by the way. Because what's gonna happen here is this is gonna take a long while for pros. If you do 500, it's gonna hit the LLM as well, which is gonna be a timeout because you don't get like there's a limit, right? For the there's a limit over here. There's even though we have the pro version. There's a 32,000 word limit. Well, 25,000 words, 32k tokens. So we're already setting this to 2,000 max. 20,000 max. Sorry. So I don't think, yeah. I don't think this is the way to go. This is not gonna, that's not gonna be it. Also, there's this part, right? Yeah. We also need, let's start by doing this smart, right? Let's not be stupid. So we need a place to put all this data. We're just gonna tackle this like any other thing. And this is gonna fail because the tests are not there, but we'll figure testing out later on. That's fine. We can. Actually, yes, please. No. So you have an ID? Nah. This is actually not correct. Damn it, Copilot. Need an. It's not here. Oh, I'm already so over this. Stop. Because we need the. I'm just gonna. We could call it Hacker News ID, but we're not going to. We're gonna call it News ID because I wanna not tie this to being Hacker News, right? Like the commands can be Hacker News related. That's fine. And for now we only have like one, right? We only have one API, but there could be more. So I don't wanna litter this with references to like Hacker News only. I just want it, right? We also need a place to store our maybe a string. We need a save the title. URL. Do we need the URL? Not really, right? Let me think this through real quick. We already have a model for this, right? Also, I'm sorry if I'm not talking enough. You guys should really ask questions so I can... Yeah, we have an article for this, which has a story, a title, a type, an author, a URL, score, and a list source. We should add something to this, because if we're gonna go for creating summaries, right? What I'm going to do now is I'm gonna alter a migration that has already run, but it has only run on local. It hasn't run on prod, so you can do this. If you want to do this on like migration, you can do this on migration that have already been run somewhere, right? Because then people have to refresh the database, and for production you can really reset the database, right? There's a thing we gotta add here, because it's one thing to have it That's not gonna be a string. That's gonna be a boolean, and the default is gonna be false. Yeah, which means we have to. This is gonna fail now because we introduced a new field. Oh, and the migration is also borked. Which is fine. You can just not have this for a second. Now it's still gonna fill, but it's gonna fill on the column we're missing, right? Gonna skip that song. It was getting annoying. Oh, this is weird. Oh, it's just doing the command test. So that's why they pass. What am I missing? We don't have a new scraper test? We're not testing this? That's bad. No, we're not testing this. Alright, let's get that fixed. Well, that's where we left off. We left off with missing test, I think. Yep. Yeah, the helper is obviously not tested because we're still working on this one. But this one has nothing, so it's also not tested. I don't know how to get this to show up in test coverage though, by the way. Because the fact that we don't have this tested, like this structure tested, is kind of a thing. Because I want to be sure that when I add a field like this to do something stupid, that it actually fails. Yeah, we're just gonna add the test. It's fine. There you go. Alright, so grab a test you already have. Let's see, the incorrect columns, Phil has guarded has, there's not going to be a relationship, so that one can go. With New scraper, that's gonna be the... What's the table called? And I'll replace it with new scrapers, which also means that should still work. And this is going to be the index. I think I can just go like this now, right? And go. So we need to create the data sets. What I wanted to do. With news scrapers. See in the model. Let's see, we have story title list source, but we also have... I think I can just do... Huh? It doesn't... Okay. Doesn't really matter. Right, but we just added the field called process, so we should add that here as well, right? See, that's the structured test. Go down here, comment those. The next one. We called it like that, right? Yes, we did. Hold on. We actually need the... Oh, yeah. We need... We created that and updated that. They don't need to be in the fillable, but they do need to be here. Because when we're testing, what am I missing? Auto created that list, source, process, score, score ID, title, type, updated that. I'm fucking something up. We'll figure it out. So we have ID, story ID. ID, story ID. Oh, right. We actually need to have the ID there as well, pretty sure. Right. Oh, a bit too much. I guess we could just look at the structure here, right? It's just primary. So what's actually in the fillable? And the guarded should be that, yep. There you go. Now only the one test will fill where we're defining the two fill. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. New scraper index does not exist. Yeah, the index is 1. I don't think we have any indexes. Nope. Wait. Do I have an index? Check if the correct index is invalid. And that's it. Dataset with the name new scraper index. Ah, it's the name of the dataset isn't correct. Right. Now we have one failing test. Yep. All right. So we don't have an author ID, but we have a story ID, which, you know. That's going to be story ID. not gonna have that. I'm gonna have a... Oh, we already have a title. Have title. Let's see. We have story ID. We have title. We have... I think offer is... is a varchar and other text. Same for I think this is gonna be source, which is gonna be text, and I know that this one is gonna be score, which is gonna be an integer. And I think this one is going to be processed, and that's going to be a tiny int, I think. We'll see. So we could always dump the yeah, let's just dump the entire table, I guess. Actually figure it out. This should work. Process is a tiny int. Not really sure if this matters though. It's actually tiny int. Okay. Int. What do we have more? Let's see. So our ID is an integer, story ID is an int, title is varchar, type. Oh, we need to have type. It's varchar, URL, score is an int, and process is a tiny int. And we have the timestamps. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Integer, title is a varchar. Type was story or job or ask, or that's that part. Author URL score was an integer. This source was varchar. Process was tiny and okay. Let's see how we did. Now, which one is this? One of the ints. Just look at the database. Oh, none of the ints are. Let's make sure we have the migrations run. So we're actually all up to date. There we go. Yeah, nothing should be nullable. Oh, wait. Should be that one. And now we should be in all green. No! Because there's a default. Dog. I think that should be alright. She's trying to... I think that's the correct one to do it. She's basically trying to get on my lap. Hey, all green. Okay, so I'm gonna switch this playlist because this one's getting annoying as all fuck. Not gonna lie. We have, that's actually a bit upbeat. All right. So this means we're all, if we run like the entire test suite, we should be all green, right? Oh, not running it like that. That's a bad idea. It's gonna take a while. If you don't run it in parallel mode. Yep. Okay, so let's get back to what we were doing, right? When we're crawling, we're just listing the source. And we're feeding... I don't think I actually need the title at all. Like, I think we're even grabbing too much info here. Maybe. we'll figure that out later. Okay, do know we want the original author, and we want the original URL, and we want the store ID. Those are the things we're gonna use. The rest, I'm not sure yet, but you know, we can always trim the data whenever we have it finished up, then we're refactoring the stuff. So whenever this one gets processed, we're gonna put this to 1, and then we could just prune all the processed at the end of the day to clean this table up. So if we have a summary for this one, we can put process to 1 and just clean it up. So if a story doesn't get, and we could just rerun the command we're gonna make next. We're gonna check this table for everything that's processed is 0. We're gonna summarize those, and if we don't have anything, we don't have to summarize, right? Because then we have no articles. Our work is done for the day. Because we can't do the like, there's no way to schedule the summarization without knowing if you have content to summarize, right? We can just keep doing it indefinitely, but then we're gonna get weird looping going on. So we need a process flag here. Yep. Yeah. I'm feeling this one. This playlist is way better also, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so you might want to think about, I'm going to do that now. No, I'm not going to do that now. That's a refactor. We should probably create some folders here just to organize it. Which I'm not going to do now because yeah, we're still gonna do this, right? Also, Charlie is awake, so if you guys want to give her a treat, the redeem is there. Treat is also here, so she's here, of course, right? No, nom. Okay, let us think. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna sure. Gonna turn that thing off because eek. Okay. So we're gonna get the latest Hacker News article summary, right? No, we're gonna. This is only gonna create a summary for each unprocessed article. And that's what we're gonna do. know too many other languages. Yep. It's fine. Yeah. Then in the constructor, we're gonna go. And then we're gonna go this is $. All right. Okay. So let us think this through, right? How is this gonna look? Quickly looking at some API documentation of the Hacker News stuff. Because they... So we have to get, yeah. So, articles summarize, right? That's what we got to figure out. That's gonna be where processed 0, I reckon. See what this actually gets us, right? It should get us. Hold on. Just gonna count them. I don't actually need to see them. 10, right? Yeah. Okay. So this should get us the 10 articles that we need. And if I have one that is processed, we should get 9. Yep. Okay, so that gets us the articles we want, right? Okay, so this gets us all the articles. So if I'm just gonna display number of articles. That's gonna be nah. Hold on, that should be a thing, right? Info. Right. I'm gonna go articles to summarize. Messing up today. I'm gonna go like this. Articles to summarize. Count. Oh, we should probably get and then count. What's actually in there? Oh, it's I'm just stupid, yeah. Ten. Nobody gonna give her a treat today? Really? You guys are mean. No treats for Charlie. Look at how cute she's being. You guys are not gonna give her a treat? Jeez. Heartless bastards. Right. So if we have nothing, then we're just gonna return no articles to summarize, right? If that makes sense. So now we're gonna go. All right. There you go. Okay, so I think we can go with a command success here, right? Because the command did run successfully, basically. Right? Does this make sense? I'm just thinking about where we're gonna put this, right? Because we have this, and we have the process that we can set to false. But we also need to store the actual data somewhere. So I think that's the next migration we're gonna make. Which is indeed the news articles table, right? So what's gonna be in there? We can basically just grab this for a second. News articles. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. I think this should even be long text, right? Is that true? So would this be all? So we have the... We do need the story ID. We need the title, the author, and the URL. Because we're gonna link back to the original story. I'm not even sure we need the story ID. Yeah, we do need the story ID to link back to the Hacker News API. Because this is the table we're not pruning, and the scraper data is the one we are pruning. Yeah. Anish. Hey. Even though you guys are not doing it, I'll do it. Sit. You wanna give her another treat, Lotus? I mean, the redeem is on. I have more. Like, I have a bunch. Oh, another snack for you, Charlie. Put. I brought snacks, of course. Because if she's here, she gets snacks, right? She is really a cutie. Look at. Twist. Oh, twist. Hey, twist. Sit. She's really a cutie. Yeah. She is definitely a cutie. Amish. And she loves being around me. That's, I think, the only creature that... Nah. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. A little bit of self-deprecating humor is not a bad thing. Just keep yourself humble, man. You know? Keep yourself humble, Penna. Okay, so let's think this through, right? I'm not... Yeah, we need to keep the story ID from the... You should always be brutally honest with yourself and realize your shortcomings, right? Also, I was kidding. Like, I'm pretty sure lots of people like hanging out. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's think. I'm trying to. Trying to figure this out as we go. Because let's get back to the to this one. So looking at this, I want to link back, right? I want to have a link back to the I want to link back from here to the because that's the nice thing to do, right? Well, actually, it's the only correct way to do. When you get content for free like this, where you're grabbing content, you should link back. So we need to have a way to link back to the Hacker News story. We also need the if it's there, right? So we're gonna refer back to the Hacker News post, and the original article will have 2 links. That's fine. That's totally fine, I think. Yeah. So we need the story ID, because with the story ID we could create a link back to the Hacker News one, because that's just an API call. We could just get the URL. Because there, if we go to the Hacker News itself, I'm pretty sure you can the API is actually to get one story. If we do this, we go here, all right? What if I just go like this and get the pretty one? And what if I just don't want the JSON one? Do I get the actual story? No. Nah, we'll figure that one out. But we do need the ID to be able to refer back, right? Now she's just sitting here hoping for more treats, but she has to wait a half an hour. Even wachten. Hier, en loop. If you guys are lucky, I might give her, get her to... wait, long text should be... Pretty sure long text is a thing. Capitalization matters, I guess. Okay. So with the URL, we're gonna have the URL of the article we're summarizing. The author is gonna be the author, and the title is the... Yep. Okay. Feeling kind of happy with this. Alright, let's figure this out. Let's create an array. And okay, another one with the processed articles, right? So for each article to summarize as article. So what we get now? What's actually in here? Is that a builder or is that? Oh. Yeah, it's a builder. Okay, so. Can we do like this? And can we then still count on it? I think we can. Don't think so. So now we get the models, we can't do a count on it. So what we need to do here is just do this. Then we can count on it. We can just get them here, I reckon. And now we get a collection. I'm gonna do something real quick because this is gonna drive me crazy. New database. Default. Just gonna get one article instead of 10. Now we should get one model. Yeah, way more. Yeah, okay. So here we have the URL, the author, the type. Yeah, okay. This is working. That might check. For a second. Oh. Look, there she is. Hey. Wacht maar. She's just a bit heavy to be on my lap the entire time. It's 20 kilos, right? I don't know how much that is in freedom units, but you know. Also, she's a cuddle bug, so she just wants to cuddle. Look. Like if I do this, look, she's just gonna settle in and go to sleep. Look, she's just settling in and like, oh yeah, this is my spot. Yeah? She's not really a lap dog. No, she's not. She does like pets though. This is her favorite spot to be petted. Yeah. Such a cutie. Kom, naar beneden. Op de plaats. Goed zo. But she just likes cuddles. Like I said the other stream, whenever I go downstairs, we have like an easy chair. Whenever I sit there, she's just right. Okay, you're in the chair. You're mine. Then she's on my lap. Nee. She just loves to be around people. All right, so let's give ourselves some more info, right, when we're doing this. This looks okay. What do we actually have to? What did we? Just the URL, right? Yeah. So that's gonna be that. Let's see if we cook too much, right? Kind of curious. Come on, let's go. Article process service does not exist. No, true, because it should use the. Before we actually start hitting APIs and stuff, let's just get the yeah, let's simplify this a bunch. Oh. We can just do this. Let's see. Unexpected. Oh, wait, what? Oh, can't. Missing a bracket. We should get the. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry for not explaining this a lot because it's a lot to think about and then getting the stuff to actually work. But we'll get there. So let's see. I think we could go summary is processor fetch article content with article URL. Now we should just get the URL, right? Yeah. Okay. What should this return? We should either get a the full text of the article. Okay. Hey! Look, full text. That's exactly what we wanted, right? But wait, was that the summary already? Did we actually do this part already? So you already... Oh no, this is just the article content. We're not doing the summarization yet. I was like, wait, what? Okay, so we have the summary. I hope, Panda, if you're watching, that you're actually, if I'm not explaining stuff, that you're actually asking questions like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Because then I can actually answer stuff and think about it, because now I'm just freewheeling this stuff. Which is basically what, when you're co-working with somebody that's doing something is, right? I don't have to keep explaining everything all the time. I can just be working. Okay, so this is the summary that we get. So, hey, good morning, Sage. How you doing, mate? So the summary we get. Okay, yeah, fair enough. The summary we're getting is... Do we limit it? We don't limit it. There's no limit for the summary that we're actually pulling in, which is good. Okay, let's actually hit the URL we're getting, right? See what's actually there. So if we so this is the one we're hitting. Yeah, this is the entire text. I think we have the entire text. 4 years. Yeah, this is the entire text. We did it. Woo! Victory. Okay, so we did it. Okay. $38 degrees. Nah. I think I was outside this morning with Charlie, of course. It's 20 degrees here. It dropped like 18 degrees, which is nuts. But yeah. 2021, that's... Okay, so this is the article content that we're fetching, which is good. We get that one. Yeah. Pff, screw that, man. I also don't think we should do that here. We should probably do that here, right? Let's not create a new class for every article we're importing. It seems like a bad idea. I also don't think we need these. This should still work, right? Pop. Yep. Okay. Very curious if this is gonna work. Ooh, it did something. No. No. Line 44, okay. So we got this. Let's see what's actually in text. So that is the actual text, right? But maybe the text is too long, right? False. So the text isn't too long. Right? Because it should be false, right? Want to summarize? That's the... Yeah. Also, Charlie just chilling back there. She's like, it's hot. Which is not, but I mean... she's just being lazy, I guess. Let's see. Let's add a dump here for the prompt. So a dump here for the max characters. And let's add a dump and die for the that's maybe... I don't want to see the entire text. So that seems to work. That seems to be built up correctly. Maybe we have something in our logs. Could be. Let's check. This doesn't tell me anything. No. Okay, so we're at the point that we're hitting the Gemini API and we're just failing there, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's put that over there. All right, let me set up the API again. Just gonna go put you guys on just chatting while I do that because I'm not gonna share my key again. Let's see. Let's see. Why is this being so difficult? Honest, let me create a new key, man. I really need to go into the admin console, really? Come on. Let me log in. So I feel like we're almost there, right? We're hitting the API. We're getting the data. We're getting the crawler works for that specific article because there might be different articles that are not really sure how to. Oh, you need to be in the cloud console and not in the admin console because let's just make it easy, right? na 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 na. Right. I'm just trying to find the project. I'm not really sure why it's being such a hassle to get this to run. Just do dashboard or something. Nah. So what are you up to for today, Sage? Doing anything interesting? Staying indoors. So this is apparently there's some I've mostly worked this afternoon. We're gonna go on for a tiny amount with the stream, and then I'm gonna be back tomorrow. And then we'll good. I can't talk about it, but it went really well. Yeah, went really good. I was happy with how it went. Let's just put it that way, right? It was a good meeting. It's gonna be interesting. Okay. So I should be, if I go create an API key. I think I might as well end it here because I'm not gonna be able to show you guys a lot more in like 10 minutes or 3 minutes. I reckon. I do think I can send you guys over to somebody fun. See if there's anybody around, right? I might be back this afternoon. Kind of depends on like a ton of stuff. If I got one more thing to do this afternoon. If I get that done early, I might be able to. Yeah, I can't talk about it, sadly. You know, it's it might be something that's gonna be coming up in the future, even on stream. But at the moment, since we're so early in all the stuff, I can't talk about it. But it's not classified. It's just the deal hasn't gone through, so can't talk about stuff that hasn't really, you know, gone through yet, because that would be weird. Can't announce anything without, yeah. But then again, 2 hours 30 minutes. I think it was a good stream. Thank you everybody. Thanks for the follow, Juicy. I think Charlie thanks everybody for the snacks he's gotten, and I'll be back tomorrow for sure. Maybe this afternoon. We'll see what goes on. Okay. Have a good one, everybody.